Hello, this is David with TechNewsZone.com in Henderson, Nevada, doing a Monport 40-watt CO2 laser print. I'm doing a print of a Vegas Golden Knights print on here. That's the image right there. Printing at 220 millimeters per second at 33%. Trying to mess with it, trying to test with it. I did one a little bit earlier of a Back to Future vector print. This was done at around 200 millimeters per second and about 35% power. Trying to mess with it. I have two laser engravers. This one's CO2, the other one's a diode laser. Excuse my hair today. It's really humid. I'm doing this in the garage, and it's a little humid, so my hair is a little crazy, but it is what it is. I have the Monport CN5200 industrial chiller running, and then the Monport 40-watt CO2 laser. And it seems to work well. I got to get some larger material, like 8x8 or 8x10 inch material, acrylic or wood. The only problem is I have my other diode laser prints bigger, so I need some smaller, or have someone cut the materials I have, because I need some like 8x8 or 8x10 inch wood to carve on, because I have this round wood, but it's really huge, so I'm printing some 8-inch round or some 9-inch round wood, or some acrylic, or have a friend or get a cutter to cut the wood I do have, because it's all too big, because the other one I have prints bigger. The only downside of this printer is the size it'll print. It'll do up to 8-inch by, I think it's 8-inch by 12-inch, so I need some smaller wood, some smaller acrylic to print on it. It's big enough to do prints on. Like this is a I think like a 5x7, which is decent, and I have some 4x4s which are decent, but I need when I get paid I'll get some larger wood that'll work in this, but not as huge as what I have. Like maybe some 8-inch circle, or some 10x10 inch wood, or some 8-inch or 10-inch by 10-inch acrylic, or 8x10 inch acrylic as well, or some 6x6. It does work. It does work well. I'm going to do a whole bunch of different prints on it between now and the end of the year on this printer. I would love a larger one that can print maybe 16x16 or 12x12 or larger, but it does work. It does work well. I'm working on some photo prints as well on it. My wife likes Back to Future prints, so I'm going to get some larger wood, but not as big as that because it's huge. Maybe 8x8, 8x10 to do on this, and then do some prints. I'm using Lightburn right now on an old Mac. It's a 2013 Mac, but it is working and working well on it. Like I said, I'm David with TechNewsZone.com, and I'm impressed by this. It's nice. It's all metal, so it's less likely to cause any issues in your environment because it's all surrounded by metal. I have, like I said, I have the chiller. It's a little warm here in Vegas today. It's running at 41.8 degrees right now, which is a little warm, but it's just warm in my garage and really humid. It's supposed to be a thunderstorm today, so but it is working and it's doing a good job. It's going to take about 18 minutes to do this print. It's a it's a Vegas-born print. Vegas Golden Knights here in Vegas, the hockey team. I shouldn't be opening the lid, but you can see it printing in there on wood. I get this wood at the dollar store, but it is printing on it. Thick wood. That'd be like half-inch thick pine, I think it is. Shouldn't be looking at it with the cover up, but kind of want to show people what it looks like. Like I said, this is Dave with TechNewsZone.com, working with the Monport 40-watt CO2 laser. 40 watts is decent. It does have LED lights inside, has a screen to protect your eyes from the glass, from the laser, my bad. And I'm printing in a Mac running Lightburn, running Sonoma. It shouldn't be running Sonoma, but I'm a nerd, so I made it run Sonoma with Open Core. I think it's Open Core, which is a program that lets you run Mac OS and older computers. Like I said, this is the Monport. It has the temperatures on it, has an emergency stop on it, the power button. The chiller's coming back on. It's a little warm in my garage. I'm trying to keep it around 30 degrees centigrade because it's hot here. But it is working. It's going to take it about 17 more minutes, so I'll come back and do a follow-up video when it's done so everybody can see the image you did on it. So far I did this on it, vector graphic. You can feel it. It almost cut through the wood on here, but it didn't quite cut through. I did a test print earlier of a shalom thing, but it actually froze for some reason. So I think it's my laptop's a bit old, so it's a bit warm in the garage. So, but this one's working and it's working well, and I'm pretty impressed with it. You can also cut acrylic, cut leather, cut other materials. I'm gonna work on that as well. I haven't done a lot of cutting yet. I'm doing mostly engraving, but it does do a good job. It could have cut that out because it almost went through the way it was. So if I would have bumped it up to maybe 50% power, I probably would have cut through. I'm going to do some cutouts as well, but so far it's working. It's not super loud. It's pretty quiet actually. It sounds squeaky, but it's because it's cutting. But it's not loud like a 3D printer or something, so pretty cool. If you want a good quality, not gigantic CO2 laser, this 40 watt is decent. It's on a desk I got from somewhere. I think that's Goodwill or something, but it's a decent desk. It's big enough to hold the chiller and the printer, laser engraver. I could put the chiller on the floor, but I have my other laser engraver down there since I only have room for one at a time. So going forward, I'm going to be messing with this one for a couple weeks. I would love to review other laser engravers, like some of the smaller desktop ones, like the Laser Pecker or the other ones, or Monport smaller ones. But this one's cool. It does have the attachment to do like the Yeti jars and stuff as well, Yeti bottles, but I haven't done that yet. So just learning how to use it effectively. I'm good at the engraving, I'm good at the cutting. I'm going to start doing some acrylic, but I need smaller acrylic. Unless I could find a friend to cut all. I have a bunch of larger wood that I was using on my diode laser, but it's all too big. So I'm going to either find someone to cut these for me or order some smaller wood using it. So, alrighty then. Pretty impressed by the Monport. It works and it works well. Like I said, DavidTechNewsOn.com here in Henderson, Nevada, and I'll be back.